So if you're going to get a prospect to say yes, they have to do one major thing in order to make the deal go ahead. They have to trust you. If you want to build trust as a salesperson or a business owner, here are a number of things you can do to build trust in who you are, what you do, the service you offer, and hopefully get your prospects to want to work with you. My name is James White. I'm a small business sales expert, man that loves selling, loves helping businesses get better at sales. And in this video today, I'm going to show you how you can build trust with your prospects that makes them want to go ahead and work with you. Let's have a look at the video. So the reality is you can have the best service, be the nicest salesperson, and be so good at what you do, but if the other person that you're trying to sell to doesn't trust you to deliver on the promises you make and solve the challenges they've got, you're not going to do much business. So what are some of the things that you can do to build trust in you as a business and salesperson in order to get great sales results? So the first thing you can do to build trust is to be known for what you're capable of. Become an expert in your field. I go to a lot of presentations and meetings and do training sessions, and people already sort of have a sense of trust of who I am because I've been able to share expertise, knowledge on my YouTube channel and in my Facebook group and other areas. I share value, I share insights that can help them win business. So automatically I'm seen as an expert in that field, and it builds trust in me and what I do and how I get results. You've got to focus on doing the same thing. How do you show that you're an expert in your field? How do you show that you've got the knowledge in a certain area for a certain group of people that makes that person think, wow, that's helpful, that's really useful? You've got to be able to share your expertise and your knowledge and be visible in order to make people feel that they can start to trust you and start to engage with you. And if you come across as genuine, which you hopefully are, you're going to hopefully combine the knowledge and your personality together in a great combination. Become an expert in your field and share what you know. Give openly your experience and ideas, and that's going to help build trust in who you are and what you do. Another great way to build trust is to be altruistic and humble. The reality is people don't really want to work with people that are know-it-alls and feel like they're doing it for their own ends and trying to serve themselves. You build trust when you're able to share thoughts and ideas that can help your audience do better and get better results. I always say to people, have a humble confidence about the way you act. Be altruistic, focus on the other person and what's right for them, not just what's right for you. When you start to show these elements and start to give things to people and give tips and ideas on how to do things or methods to solve a certain problem that aren't focused on just you earning money, people start to feel, wow, that's really helpful of them. They're doing it out of their own background to do that, and they're not just focused on trying to sell to me and make money from me. And it builds trust in their mind, especially if you continue to do that on a regular basis. You've got to be able to show that altruism, to focus on the other person and the other side rather than just yourself, and not be this person that is, even if you know everything, don't show it all the time. Try and be that humble person that can step back, focus on the other side and what's valued for them, and if you do that, it's going to build trust and hopefully make them think you're someone they want to work with. So a third great way to build trust is to be dependable and do what you say you will. If you said you're going to turn up at an event, turn up at the event. If you say you're going to send an email on Friday evening, send the email on Friday evening. Woody Allen made a great quote and he said, showing up is just 80%. We've got to be able to show up and show that we are doing what we said we would do, because what that does is it builds dependability and trust in the mindset of other people. So when you say you're going to do a proposal, when you say you're going to phone someone, when you say you're going to do an email or get back to them on an action, do what you say you will. Those small steps, time and time and time again, will reinforce in that other person's mind that you do what you say you will. So when you promise them a solution to a challenge they've got, they're going to build that trust and think, yes, they will continue to do this, and therefore they're going to deliver on the problem. Yes, I'm going to go and work with them. Trust is built up over a period of time by doing the small steps on a regular basis. So remember, when you've given a promise to someone, deliver on it. Don't disappoint them. Make sure you do what you say you will, and it'll build trust in their mind. So point number 4 is this: have some integrity and openness about who you are and show your principles in the way you act. People like to trust and feel that they can work with people who are what they say they are, and that don't just try and do something on one side and then do something different in their day-to-day life. I've seen lots of incredible educators that will lavish themselves around on private jets and Ferraris that they've hired for the day to make themselves look good. And eventually, even though a few people start to like that, most people see through it. It just doesn't work. It makes them seem to be focused on the glory and the riches rather than serving and helping other people. And ultimately, people basically catch them out on it. So focus on your integrity and the principles that matter. What are the things that you won't do, even no matter how much money gets thrown at you? Or what are the steps that you wouldn't do or the way you wouldn't want to act, regardless of what the opportunity is? Know what your moral principles are, stick to them, and be able to basically be in a position where you can use them to build trust in who you are and what you do. When people can see you stand for something and are about doing a certain set of values, for me personally, it's about kindness, it's about serving, it's about supporting, it's about helping. Those are the things that I just love doing. So therefore, when I'm engaging with someone, I'm happy to give them my time and other ideas because that's what I actually care about. Ultimately, it will build trust in their mind about who I am and what I do, and if you can do the same thing. Focus on your values and what matters to you and show those up at the right time so other people can think, yeah, that's a person I want to work with. And the final point around being able to build trust in someone is sometimes be a bit vulnerable. One of the things that we often see in business is too many people are afraid to actually say something or do something because they're worried that other people will think they're weak or they're worried that other people will think of them. And sometimes that vulnerability is as if we're wearing a facade or a cape to cover us from other things. And what that does is it makes other people think that it's too good to be true, something's not quite right. Some of my best videos and some of my best moments have come when I've been honest and open about loads of mistakes I've made. I've made shed loads of mistakes and things that I've done wrong with other businesses and with other deals and other situations in the past. I'm not going to ignore them and pretend that I'm perfect. You'd never trust a skinny chef, so you should never trust a mentor or an educator that's never made a mistake. Be open, be vulnerable, share where you've made where you've made an error. Or if you've made an error with a customer, then say, hey, I'm really sorry, I got it wrong. I'm really sorry that I did that. And all I can do is to ask you to try and forgive or change your thinking based upon what I do next. Be open and vulnerable to be able to say, actually, you're not perfect, you do make mistakes, and therefore you're going to learn from those mistakes and move forward and hopefully deliver what's required to get the deal done. Being vulnerable helps create an openness to who you are, and it gets the other side to think that you're not someone that's always just saying things are great when deep down everyone knows it's not the case. It builds trust and hopefully is going to make them think, yeah, you're someone that they want to put their trust in you. So those 5 points are how you can go about building trust in sales. Try putting them into practice today. Look at the things from your prospect's perspective. And if you were them, what would you be thinking about you? What would be the things you'd be concerned about? What would be the things that you'd think, I'm not seeing how I can trust that person? And what would you want to see in order to feel you can trust them? It's probably the evidence of their actions and what they do, and other people saying the same thing. And if we can build that groundswell of information and evidence to support what you say and what you do, it's going to make people say, yep, let's go ahead and do the deal. And that's what gets us great sales results time and time again. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Focus on what you can do to build trust. It's the critical factor in sales, and when you get it right, great business happens. But if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Smash that notification button so you get my videos every Saturday morning. I look forward to sharing another video on how you can get greater sales results with you next weekend. Take care.